You are an expert on essential fatty acids. So we're really excited to be talking to you about that today. So can you just lay some fundamental education on this topic and then we'll get into the details?
Well, very kind of you calling me an expert. You know, it's one of those classic things where the more you learn and the more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. So I'm not so sure if I'm an expert, but it is a subject I've been enthused about for some time. And maybe I have a little bit of expertise about some of it. So yeah, I'm happy to share some of that. So first of all, an essential nutrient, to call something essential, there's two things that you need to qualify for that. Number one is it has to do something extremely important in the human body, something like really critical for optimal health. And number two, it has to be something that your body cannot produce by itself, or it can't produce from another precursor that you bring in. So we've heard about essential nutrients like vitamin C, for example. It's incredibly important stuff for teeth and gum and collagen production and keeping our blood vessels healthy, but our bodies don't make it. You know, interestingly enough, we're one of the few species that don't make their own vitamin C. It's like us, a few other related primates, bats, some certain category of fish called teleost fish. We all don't make vitamin C, but alligators, giraffes, deer, tigers, they all make their own vitamin C. So it's essential for us. It's not essential for them. So we've all probably heard about essential amino acids. We have to eat those because our body doesn't make them. And if you're lacking in any one of those amino acids, when your body's building proteins, putting chains of amino acids together, if one's missing, can't make that protein. Kind of like if one digit's missing out of the password to get into your email or something, you can't get in. So anyway, now that we know what essential is, there are two fatty acids, and fatty acids are the building blocks of fats that are essential, that are really important, but our body doesn't make. One of them is an omega-3 fat known as alpha-linolenic acid, and the other one is an omega-6 fat known as linoleic acid. Most of the time we hear about the benefits of omega-3s because they are incredibly important. And, you know, people think we need to eat large quantities of cold water fish. And if we're not doing that, you know, lots of flax seeds and chia seeds and all that kind of stuff. And, I'm not against some of those things. But here's the really good news. I've analyzed lots of diets like yours, Robbie. You're the poster boy here for all the good fruit there. And when people eat diets based on fruits and vegetables, especially when there is a significant quantity of leafy greens in there, and I mean 100 calories or so worth per day of leafy greens and maybe another 100 calories worth of other vegetables and the rest fruit, people can actually get enough of their essential fats just by doing that. So how much of those do we need? The dietary reference intake put out by the Institute of Medicine, a division of the National Institutes of Health in the United States, says for omega-3 fats, women need about 1.1 grams per day and men need about 1.6 grams per day. I encourage people to shoot for about 2 grams per day. And when you look at diets based on fruits and vegetables, you get usually 2 to 3 grams of omega-3 per day, which is really good to see. Now, if it's only fruit and not enough vegetables, you might not make it. You might get 0.8, 1 grams per day. But when you add the vegetables in there, especially the leafy greens, that really brings the omega-3s up. So it's absolutely doable with just a fruit and vegetable based diet. But then when you add, if people aren't, let's say they're eating a lot raw, but not that much raw, and they want to get more concentrated sources of omega-3s, the leader there by a nose is the flax seed. Second place by a little bit of a margin is the chia seed. And then there's hemp seeds, there's walnuts, and a few other things out there have omega-3s in them. So the good news is you don't need to consume massive quantities of fat in order to get your essential fats. And omega-6s, we need maybe 3 grams or so per day of the omega-6 essential fat. And again, based on fruits and vegetables, a little bit of nuts and seeds here and there, that's actually pretty easy to do also.
So, Dr. Rick, I
So-
got a quick question for you here, if you don't mind me cutting you off real quickly.
Sure, no problem.
Approximately 100 calories of leafy green vegetables is enough, in combination with approximately 100 calories of vegetables is also an easy way to make sure that you're getting your omega-3 essential fatty acid intake for the day. So can you give our viewers an idea of how much greens do they need to eat in order to get to 100 calories?
Sure. So a typical head of romaine lettuce, a kind of medium small head, is about 50 calories. A really gigantic head of romaine is about 100 calories. It's interesting when you go on Chronometer, like a lot of your viewers may know about, free nutrient analysis software that many people use, including myself. It'll tell you one head of lettuce is about 100 calories. If you notice, it says that head of lettuce is 626 grams. If you actually weigh a typical head of lettuce, it doesn't weigh nearly that much. So a gigantic head of romaine or two smaller heads is about 100 calories worth. And that'll get you about 1 gram of the omega-3 essential fat alpha-linolenic acid. And so based on my recommendations, you're halfway there. Based on the Institute of Medicine recommendations, if you're female, you're most of the way there. And if you're male, you're about 2/3 of the way there, just from 100 calories worth of romaine.